Hey everyone, welcome back to Intellings, your one-stop platform for nonfiction book reviews and deep dive interviews with the authors behind them. If you love learning, thinking, and discovering powerful ideas that can actually change your life, you're in the right place. Today, we're exploring Hidden Potential, the Science of Achieving Greater Things by Adam Grant. If you've ever looked at someone successful and thought, they were just born with it, this book is about to challenge that belief. Because Grant doesn't just ask what makes someone great, he digs deeper and asks, what helps people grow into greatness, especially when they don't start out ahead? At its heart, Hidden Potential argues that raw talent is overrated. What really matters is the environment you're in, the way you learn, and the systems you use to improve. Grant is a top psychologist at Wharton, and he's built his reputation on using research to explain human behavior in practical ways. In this book, he makes a strong case that greatness isn't a gift, it's a process. He introduces us to this idea that progress doesn't come from talent alone. It comes from feedback, smart practice, and being in places that push you to stretch. He also warns against overvaluing early performance. Some people shine late, and when we focus too much on who's ahead early on, we often miss out on the real stars in the making. Grant supports this with some incredible stories. Like Simone Biles. She didn't come from privilege. She started gymnastics late, faced real challenges, and still became the greatest of all time. Not because she was born for it, but because of how she trained and who helped her grow. Another example he gives is from schools in low-income areas, where kids outperformed expectations, not because they had better resources, but because the schools focused on mastery and mindset, not just test scores. There's a pattern here. Whether it's in sports, education, or business, people rise when they're given the right conditions to grow and when they take learning seriously. And that's a key point in the book. Hard work helps, but the way you work matters even more. Grant pushes us to ask better questions. Are we improving the way we practice? Are we seeking honest feedback? Are we in spaces that support growth? One of the strongest takeaways from the book is this. Being behind now doesn't mean you'll stay behind. Some of the most successful people started out average or worse, but they built themselves up by learning smarter, asking better questions, and staying consistent. Let's talk about the online response. Hidden Potential has been well received by readers and reviewers. The New York Post listed it among the best motivational books of the year, especially for people new to psychology and personal growth. On Goodreads, readers praised how accessible it is, saying it gave them a new lens to view growth and success, not just for themselves, but for their kids, students, and teams. That said, some readers felt the book was a little broad. It jumps between topics like education, sports, business, and parenting. But most people agree that the stories are engaging, the research is solid, and the message is empowering. Grant has a way of simplifying complex ideas without dumbing them down. So, why does hidden potential matter right now? We're in a world where everyone is chasing overnight success, where social media shows you polished winners, not the messy process behind the scenes. This book is a reminder that greatness is not instant, and it's not reserved for a lucky few. It's built slowly, intentionally, and often in places where nobody's looking. That makes it a book for everyone. Whether you're a student, a teacher, a parent, or a leader. This book will make you think differently about what it means to help people grow. It's also a great read for anyone who's starting late or starting over. It tells you, clearly and with evidence, that where you begin doesn't decide where you end up. So is it worth reading? Absolutely, especially if you're interested in psychology, personal growth, or helping others achieve more. If you liked Atomic Habits, Mindset, or Grit, you'll feel right at home with this one. It's thoughtful, hopeful, and packed with stories and science that stick with you. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like the video and drop a comment. What's something you're working on? Not because you're already good at it, but because you believe you can get better. And if you've read Hidden Potential, share your favorite takeaway below. We might feature it in a future episode. Thanks for watching Intellings, where smart reads spark smarter lives. See you next time.